Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Julie with Bookshelf by Julie. Today I've got a little freebie set for you. I'm working on the Family Story Journal Kit, and this is going to be an insert notebook for that, and maybe some other things as well. I mean, there's other things in it, so just saying. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, this is what I'm doing today. This is the cover for the little notebook. So yeah, and you would print on the other side, you would print this sheet on the other side. This is just a very vintage looking sheet. It's got some faded in and out lines, and it's got a very ghostly like, I guess, I don't know, a ship there, and some little embellishments on the corners. You got a couple cowboys riding in from the dust over here, and the ship's sailing in from the dust. That was my way of thinking. I don't know what to tell you. It's just my poor little brain. Okay, so there you go. There's that. And then I've got some tickets. These are not tickets. These are tags, okay? They're tags that you can use however you wish. They'll go with any vintage journal, really, whether you've got my kit or not, okay? So there's that. And this is blanky ones. It's trying to run off. This is blanky ones, same color, same shape and everything as the other ones. And what I do is I put these on the back of the other ones. You don't have to do that. You can use embellishments to, you know, decorate these up and have, you know, whatever you want to do with it. That's just part of the freebie. Okay, and these are the pockets that I'm going to be working with. They're big pockets that can, you know, just go on a page and be substantial and hold a lot of stuff. They're meant to be gusseted because you've got your flaps there. They're all vintage. This is the old ship. This is the cowboys. This is a fella doing some research and a lady doing some research. So you can, I can get that straight. Yeah, that kind of thing. So, yep, that's what we're going to be doing today. Now, I'm going to do a simple one, just a simple one to show you how to just do this, you know. You just fold it in half. You get all your papers stacked up straight together, right? And make sure they're all well done. And I've printed out 10 papers, 10 pages. They were straighter before I demonstrated straightening them. Okay, so okay, we're going to do it this way, I think. Okay, no we're not. We're going to do it this way and then that way. Alright. You can leave these plain and simple to go into a journal, like I'm going to put them in as an insert notebook. They'll have plenty of space to write in, like if you're going to interview a relative or take notes on if you visit a certain place where your family was or whatever. Or if you just want to have it as a notebook, it's fine. So you get that all together, and you can use a stapler, of course. That's a simple and easy way to do that, right? But you can also do the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, which is what I'm going to do. Once you get that together, you can do whatever you want to do with it, okay? This is one that I did just using the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I put some fabric along here because I wanted it to be durable, and then once I did that, I thought, oh, that's pretty. Let me do some more stuff. So I put some lace on it, put some fussy cuts from days gone by. Different kits that I've done had different fussy cuts in them, and I don't throw those away. Because yeah, there's a little butterfly there. This I made specifically for this little notebook. You know, letters and things like that can give you lots of clues for your family history or whatever. So I made a wax seal and put some ribbon underneath there. So it's kind of pretty. See if I can get that in shot. I'm going to do a video doing wax seals and such soon. I'm still working off my COVID bebogglement stuff. It's still there. It's still there. So I put one of the pockets in here and one of the little tags. So that's how I do those. Just simple. Now you can put twine or ribbon or whatever in there. And I may. This is just a simple way to do that. And this one's got the ship and the lady writing a letter. So super easy to do these. Just fold them and put them together and then just decorate all over the place, right? So it's really easy to do those. What I got requested was to do a tutorial on how to make a waterfall journal or a waterfall signature. Okay, this is I did a flip through on this one, and this is the one where I got the request to do that. So to do a waterfall journal, we're going to have, let me get everything together here. It is together, it's just not over here together. We're going to do 9 pages, okay? 9 pages. This is US letter size paper, but I'm pretty sure this will work for whatever size paper you're using. You may have to do one more score or something like that. But there's 9 pages here, and we're going to score. I've already scored, just, you know, for time's sake. It's just scoring. Fold it or score it, okay? At 3.5, 3 3/4, 4, 4 1/4, and I'll put all these measurements in the description box below. If you don't see everything down there, click on the see more little thing and you'll see more. So 4, 4 1/4, 4 1/2, 4 3/4, 5, 5 1/4, 5 1/2. You're doing 1/4 inch folds, okay, or scores. All right, so what we're going to do is after you score that, just fold it over. Okay, that's your first one, and that's 3 1/2. It works out this way for this is 3 3/4. You're just going to sit it right in there. You see how it's already making the waterfall? Hope you can see that. So you just seat them inside each other, right? And it all works out. Generally, it works out. Now, if you wanted to make this a signature in a regular size journal, you could, once you get to the 5 1/2, or 5 1/2 is the middle for US letter size. If you're using a different size paper, then use the middle of that for, you know, go from there to get your middle. But once you get there, you can fold the papers back in to make them this size, you know, like that. It's paper, you can fold it, you know, however you want, right? So this one is 5 1/4, and this one is the fold in the middle, the 5 1/2. That's your center one. Okay, so you've got all these. Now, sometimes when you're scoring, it can get a little bit skewed, or, you know, not quite straight or something like that. And then if it does that, just pull it out, straighten it up, and where is my bone folder? And here it is. And, you know, give it a little press. There you go. You do want to go in and press all these really, really well. You want to make sure they're straight, not going off. Not going off, okay? Because the best way to see if they're straight is to make sure they're lined up with the bottom of the page and the top of the page. If they're lined up there, then they're going to be straight, okay? So yeah, you just do it that way. Get them all lined up. I'm going to go and press all these down and line them up like I was just showing you. And then I'll come back and we'll do some more. So hang in there. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now they're all straight and they're all waterfalled, okay? They're 1/4 inch difference in each page, more or less, okay? Nobody's perfect, so don't get all worried if you don't get it right the first time. This is not hard. I know it looks a little bit intricate or something. It's really not. It's a 1/4 inch. 3 1/2, and then 3 3/4, 4 inches. It's just a 1/4 inch on your fold. That's super easy, okay? And like I said, I'll put all the measurements down below so you can see that. Now, I don't want to put that together yet because I have to, for mine, I'm going to do this is a very vintage looking fabric. I've had it in my stash for probably 20 plus years, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm using, like I did for the other one, I'm using a file folder. We're not going to worry about the original fold in the file folder because that doesn't matter, right? It's just not going to matter at all. And we're going to place this on here straight-ish so that we have a little bit to fold over on all the sides, right? I put double stick tape on mine. You don't have to do that. See if I can get myself in shot. I seem to be wandering away. Okay, so you don't have to put double stick tape, but whatever adhesive you're going to use, this is fabric. And even my best one, Cosmic Shimmer, if you get it on here without smoothing it out, it's always going to look wet. So whatever adhesive you're going to use, make sure you use a paintbrush or something like this and just paint your file folder really well, and then put your fabric on it. I'm doing it the other way around because I used the double stick tape, so I'm going to use it going with the file folder going onto the fabric, if that makes sense. It will in just a minute, okay? Because I'm going to show you this. We're going to take all this tape off, and then we're going to do that. And that's going to be our wraparound cover. Yep. COVID bebogglement is still beboggling me, guys. I'm doing better, but my word, this one thing after another, after another, after another keeps happening. So, yep. I'm gonna win this battle. Anyways, yep. We're gonna just get this backing off, if I can. Yep, we're going to get the backing off all the way. And then it's very sticky. So we'll get this done, and then I'll have to go and do some, I've got some pieces, but I don't see them laying around here to put on the inside of the cover. But we're not there yet. We'll get there. It's really simple to do these. If you've done a journal cover, you know that's your finale, I guess. It's what you do to finish your journal, right? And doing this, is one of the ways I do finish a journal, because if you're doing a fabric, look, fabric, it strengthens your journal in so many ways. So I use fabric a lot on finishing my journals. I'm gonna have to empty my trash soon, just so you know. I know I'm oversharing, but you know, there you go. And get this last one off. Of course, it's going to be complicated. Come along, you. Okay, oops, I didn't mean to shake the whole world. Sorry about that. Sorry this is glaring on you a little bit, but it'll be gone in a minute. I promise. Okay, so we're going to carefully put this down. I'm not using any glue on this right now because, sorry, you're getting a blank screen, but I was having to get that straight. So you're just going to put this to where you've got, come along now, enough to fold over everywhere. Doesn't have to be perfect, just on there, right? Now, this piece, let me see, I had to write it down, I know I did, is 16.5 inches long by 9 tall. It's just a file folder with the tabs cut off and cut to 9 inches tall. Did I say 9? It is 9 inches tall. Just saying. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold this over from the center because it works better that way. And there you go. You might say, oh, you're not cutting your... Look, there's a lot of ways to do things. You don't have to always cut those corners. Sometimes you actually want to leave those on there, give you a little extra strength or whatever. It's a thing. It's fine. Okay, so we're just going to fold this over like so, and I'm just pressing it down over here on these ends, okay? Don't worry about these folds. Did I say that before? We're not going to use those folds. They'll be covered up completely anyways. Now this is where you will bring in your glue, because as you fold these over, if you're doing it this way, trying to stay in shot, as you fold these over, you've got just fabric here, right? So now I'm going to take my, where's my, excuse my reach, I'm going to take my scissors and take just a little wedge off here, just a little, like so, like that. And off here, because you don't want a whole lot, you just don't want it to be folded over on itself, if that makes sense. You don't want overlap here, is what I'm trying to say. So when you fold this over, it's going to fold over in a little. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, so let's do this. We just need glue on here so that it holds itself to itself. And on here, because I'm just folding the whole thing up. And really, guys, this is so easy to do, so don't get intimidated by it. This is really a pretty way to make a writing notebook for yourself. It could be more than a writing notebook, but it can be an awesome gift. People would love to get this as a gift. So, yep, just fold it over like so. Super easy. You don't have to worry about your corners not covering or anything. If you do it that way, super easy, okay? And this works with paper too, so I'm just saying. I know a lot of people have some anxiety over corners. Don't do it. Just craft happy, right? It's my philosophy anyways, okay? Again, we're just taking off these, just a wedge, a little short sliver of a wedge, right to there. And then we're going to cover that over with some glue so that it holds itself down. Now this is going to be underneath the stuff that we're going to cover it up with inside, okay? I'm just, because of the heck of it, I guess, just putting this in here just because, right? Okay, so from the middle, I always like to do from the middle, because if you don't, it can kind of sometimes give you a little bit of a, I don't know, a wrinkle. But if you do it from the middle and then go out, you don't have that happen so much. You just, you know, because it goes out, you got room on the out more than in the middle, right? Okay. All right, I'll quit being silly. So let's get on with this. We've got our cover, and that's going to be so pretty. Gosh. Okay, so now that you've got your cover, you want this to be, you can do it several different ways. I've got to go get my pieces for this, but you can do this several different ways. You can do it where it's over here. I don't want to do that. I want mine to be over here, so that it's just folding up here, just a little bit past that first page, I guess. Yeah, first page. So I want it to be there. And then, of course, I want this one. You don't want to fold your paper up in there, but you want this one to fold up here, right? So that's going to be our cover. You see how simple that was? I mean, come on, guys. That's really easy. So I'm going to go get some pieces to cover in here because I forgot them. I'm still blaming COVID bebogglement. Just so you know, it's a thing. It really is. So I'll go in and press this down really well, right? Use my bone folder and all that. And then mat the inside. I'll show you how I do that. Because you have to put two pieces of paper together to cover the whole thing. Because, yeah, one's not long enough. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back again. I decided it would be best to show you this, so I'm going to show you this. So, what I do with my doohickey. If I'm a little bit scattered, you just have to excuse me. I'm working on recovery still. But I'm getting there. I think I'm doing a little bit better. If I could keep everything going better and not be all weird. Seems like every few days with this COVID thing. I mean, the COVID, as far as the virus itself, is mostly done. It's just leaving lingering things. I don't know. Do you guys have that? Did you have COVID? Did you have lingering things? Oh my gosh. Lingering things are terrible. COVID's terrible. But I just want it to leave me alone. I don't know. I'm whiny, okay? But I want it to leave me alone. Okay, so I'm going to make a seam between these two papers. What I want to do is line it up on the bottom and the top, just right on that tape and glue, okay? Just so that it makes a seam, right? Now, if you're using fewer pages, you don't have to do this. If you're, excuse the back of my paper. I print on things, and if it's a misprint, I will reuse it. Because, yeah, I'm not going to waste. This is lightweight cardstock, and it cost me a lot. So, I am forever reusing if it didn't come out just right. Or if I'm developing a journal kit and I have to do printouts to make sure something's printing on the page, or it's, the size or whatever that I want it to be. I do a lot of that, and so, yeah, it's a thing. Okay, so I'm just putting it down here like it's going to fit on there, and I want it to the edge, give myself 1/4 of an inch, and over here as well. And then I'm going to get my trimmer and hope I don't cut crooked. Seriously, I am a professional at cutting crooked. I know how. I can do it really well. So I try not to, but oh, it happens, and then I get frustrated with myself. With this big of a piece, you have to be really careful, make sure you're, straight up to this edge on whatever cutter you have, whatever trimmer you have, so that you know, your paper straight. Okay, now, yep, that's going to fit just right. And then we will fold it again once I get this down. So that's how you seam some paper together. You can't hardly see it. Now, if you wanted to see it on purpose, you could ink that and make it stand out more, but you can't hardly see it the way this is. So I'm going to put double stick tape on the back of this and mat it on here. To keep the video from being too long, I'm going to put the double stick tape on and then I'll come back for the matting. How about that? Okay, I'll be back in another minute. Okay, I'm back again. That was quick, huh? Okay. Okay, we're going to take the tape off, all of it, and just simply place it down. We are going to put some glue around the edges so that we have good edge done, you know, because sometimes the edges can be a little bit off, and you just have to make sure your edges, always make sure your edges are down good, because if you don't, that's going to be a weakness in your project. So we don't want any weaknesses in our project. All right. Okay, hold that over. All right, now we are ready to put our glue around the edges and all over, but yeah, around the edges. So hopefully I'm in shot. I'm sorry if I'm glaring at you, but yeah, just get a good smattering of glue around these edges, making sure that everything is down really good, because the edges, like I said, they're going to be the problem if there is a problem. But also, this is just simple making a journal cover stuff, so hopefully you guys won't get too bored with me doing these things. Making a journal cover is always a little bit, I don't know, it's the culmination, the end of the creative process for, you know, what you're doing, right? For your project. Okay, yep. All right, we get that on there. I'm going to give it a good roll because that's how I roll. Ha-ha, and you know, ha-ha. Okay, now we're going to go in and we're going to refold and use our bone folder to get everything folded the way it's supposed to be, right? Okay. Make sure every corner is down, every edge. Okay, there. Now we've got the beginnings of a fold where we folded before, don't you dare. Maybe I'll give it another minute to dry. I don't want anything to buckle up. You know what I mean? I don't want any crunkles in here. Okay, now we're going to go in and fold this over so that it covers our first page, right? Like so. And then we're going to fold this over from here so that it just overlaps like so, right? All right, now we've got that done. Let's move this out of the way. It's still trying to crunkle there. Okay, let's do this. Because we want a good crease in it. And a good crease in this one. If I can hold this properly. All right. Good. Good, good, good. Okay. Now, it's ready to put this signature in. Now, what I was talking about before is if you wanted to do like at the middle, if you wanted to have it at a regular signature, whatever, then you start folding these papers back and then it would fold open and close over as you needed it to. As I said, it's just paper. You can fold it. So I'm not doing that. I'm just leaving it as a waterfall, and it's going to be all pretty. So let's get this in. I'm just going to use a simple 3-hole pamphlet stitch and put that in there, and then I will refer you back to the other one on how you can just decorate, embellish, and what else did I need? Oh, bebogglement. COVID bebogglement. Guys, it's awful. You'd be looking right at something and go, yeah, what am I doing? What am I doing? As you know, if you've watched me before, I don't take it off the roll, the whatever. I leave it on there, and then I don't waste, and I don't shortchange myself. I would be the world's worst at trying to measure this and get just enough, you know, because I would shortchange myself and not have enough. Ooh, you don't want those things running around, because that would be awkwardly painful. Okay, yeah, don't let your needles run away from you. Okay, so get that ready, move it to the side, get this ready. With these, it is a little more complicated in doing the poking the holes, okay? Because usually you can put a clip on the top of your signature to hold them steady. You can't do that with this one because they're all different lengths. So you have to put them on the ends like this, which is fine. Let me get my doohickey. So it'll hold it still for me. This is, look, this is my fancy bookbinding system. It works. It's packaging is what it is, okay? Now I'm going to see if I can get that back out of your way. I have to put this in here just without getting my head in the camera, just like so. And I've got to get to the middle because that's where you put it in there at. Is that the right one? Yes, that's the middle. Okay, just double checking myself. I'm all kinds of talented on getting things a little askew, right? Okay, let's get these ones and clip these ones. You got to make sure you keep them straight and they don't get all skewampus on you. And leave yourself that 1/4 inch at the top and at the bottom. Now you can measure that if you want, if you're a little insecure or whatever, but you can. It's just easy enough to eyeball. I go somewhere in the middle, right there, and poke a hole. Pull that out. And then somewhere about 1 inch down from the paper, not 1 inch down from the cover, but 1 inch down from the paper. I'm trying to keep it where you can see. And then 1 inch up from there, right? Okay. Okay. Let me get some more clips because I don't want anything to move around, right? Now that the holes are punched. Let me get this out of the way. Because you want your holes to be, you want your paper and your cover to stay in the same place, right? So you just put this through there, she said. You can make your holes a little bit bigger, and that helps. And you can sew this the other way around, like I did on the other one. Where's the hole? Okay. If you can't find the hole, you go back to the awl and refind it. And then you can, you know, it's what I do. You can follow the awl back through. Does that make sense? Okay. Because then you know where the hole is, more or less. More or less. Okay. I guess, I don't know. I think sewing a signature in can be complicated. Now you can use that little easy method of just putting some elastic in there. But with that, you have to be careful not to lose your pages out, right? I'm trying to get this through here without murdering my hand. Okay, I'm going to make the hole a little bit bigger. Because, come on. Okay, sorry I didn't mean to holler at you. I just was hollering at my needle, not wanting to go through. So, alright, now we're going. Now we're going. Okay. Yep, like I said, if it's a little complicated, I knew that was going to fall. If it's a little complicated, go ahead and make your hole bigger. It's fine. Nobody's going to put you in jail over it. So, okay. Then here we go. Now, this part, you have to make sure you've got thread on both sides of this string, right? Okay. Yep. You want that. So, okay. If you have thread on both sides, then you're cinching this thread up, right? And you want to double check, make sure that your strings are tight everywhere, right? I go through here twice because that's my own insecurity things. And I tie that off. And that. And then I cut this long because I can put some charms or whatever I want to put on there and make it pretty. So there you go. Let's get all these off and out of the way. Ooh. Okay, now you have to work these papers because they are learning to be in a new home, right? So you want them to get flattened out and be nice. Be nice, be nice, right? So you just want to work them back and forth a little bit. And then fold that over. And then you've got this closing here and this closing here, and there you are. Now, I'm not going to do the whole rest of it for you on here because it would take a long time. So, but that's the basics on putting a waterfall signature journal together. You can use this as a writing journal. You can use it as an embellishment journal, whatever you want to do with it. You can lace it up, which you know that's what I'm going to do. I mean, that is just a thing with me. You can put the, let me see. You can use the cover pages to put these on here to make a, you trim that off and put her over here, and the other side you can put him over here. I mean, you can do all kinds of things. Just because you've got fabric on here doesn't mean you're done. There's lots and lots of things you can do with this. Lots of ways to do the closure. You can do it like this one here. I made this for the other one. It's simple. It's just some elastic through the buttonholes. This is a big old button. And you just take it and put it around the journal, right? And then just put it over there, and it kind of holds your journal together. Well, it doesn't kind of, it does. It holds your journal together, and that's a simple, easy closure to do, right? You can just tie a ribbon around it. You can put an eyelet in on both sides. You can put a hitching post in on one side and an eyelet in on the other side, and then put a thing over. There's all kinds of ways to close a journal up, okay? But yeah, that's how you do it. It's really easy to do. I like making these because, number one, they're really pretty, and number two, they are an awesome gift to give someone. Can you imagine somebody opening a gift up and seeing this, beautiful journal in there, and it's unique. You don't see these every day, so, yep, there you go. Now, I would refer you back also to the one that I showed you at the beginning. Where did I put that? Let me find it. This one. That goes with the freebie kit, okay? This one, you can make it super simple like this and sew it together and just stick it in a journal, right? Or you can make it as a standalone little notebook, and this would be a great gift, or it'd be something fun to have for yourself. You know, whatever you want to do with that. It's just beautiful. Okay, before I let you go, I'm going to go ahead and show you if I haven't lost them all over the place over here. Okay. Whew, I tell you, my desk needs some help. Okay, so this is the freebie kit. I needed something to go with the family. You know I'm always going to do freebies. The family story, the family history journal that I'm making. And I'll be showing you that soon. soon. So this is going with that as an insert notebook. Just beautiful. I think it is anyways. Okay. And then this is the page. This is the pages that we worked with today. You've got the cowboys riding in from the dust and the ship riding in from the dust. You've got candles and books, and that's not a candle. That's a lantern, old lantern. Okay. So there's that. And these tags. They're just all vintagey. They would go with any vintage journal. It doesn't have to be this one. And this one doesn't have to be your family story one. It can be changed up to be whatever you want it to be. Just cover up the family story on the... It's a thing, right? And these are the blanky ones that I put on the back. And these are the pockets. This will all be in one set. I'll put it on the... it'll be on my Facebook group page. And it'll be in on my website. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, that was a lot of work today. Gosh, but we did it. Okay, you guys have fun. Make you some of these. They're really pretty. Thanks for watching. Please take care. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Pretty please. TTFN.